This is Archana from Trade Promotion Council of India, and today we have with us Mr. Bhupendra Suri, Chief Executive Officer of Creamline Dairy. Creamline Dairy is perhaps one of the biggest players in southern India and is a part of Godrej family. So thank you so much, sir, for joining us today here on our platform. And I believe this is the first time that Creamline Dairy will be participating at the IndusFood event. So, how are you feeling about it?
Excellent. I think it's a great opportunity, and I think I would say we missed it in the past. But it's as something which starts off, which is a good thing. You start as early as possible.
Right.
That is the right thing. So I think that's how we are looking forward to it, and I think there's a huge potential opportunity there.
Right, and Creamline is joining us in an endemic period where business are opening up again, people are interacting again. So I think there's going to be a win-win situation for all.
Yes, surely. And I really believe that platforms like these, where buyers, suppliers from all across the world, I mean, they can sort of participate and find opportunity. And I know that for a fact that these things have worked well for different companies in the past. So we really look forward to it in that sense.
Right, sir. So let's begin with the conversation. Creamline Dairy has been there for over 3 decades. And it began its journey in 1987, but your association with the company is rather fresh. You joined the company in 2020 December. So if you could share with us the story of Creamline Dairy and your journey so far with the company.
So first, a little bit of line of introduction on myself. So I've been 30 years plus in corporate life, and I have worked in a large part of that career. I've worked 23 years with Coca-Cola. So pretty close to what we do here, at least the badam milks and all the beverages we sell here. And post that, I was the CEO for Creamline, Cream Bell ice creams in the northern part of India. And then I joined here this Godrej group as Creamline Dairy. And now, December 20, I joined here. And to give a little brief on this company, like you rightly said, a very long journey. Started by 4 promoters, people just out of college. A group of friends, they sort of start a company. They had a lot of struggles in the beginning, and then they passed through all those struggles. And I think they did manage over the years to form a brand and get a position for themselves in the southern markets. And when I say southern, Hyderabad is our base, so we call ourselves the brand of Hyderabad. We were the first private milk brands after the 90s, when the government allowed private manufacturing into milk. We were the first brands which succeeded, I would say, in Hyderabad and Telangana, and then we also went to Andhra Pradesh. And then slowly, a lot of competition has come and a lot of players have come. But in those days, the Creamline Dairy and Jersey brand, the brand name is Jersey, the company name is Creamline Dairy. So the brand name Jersey became popular first starting with in 1986 or 87, like you said, 87. We started with flavored milk first, a sort of a 10 rupee drink. Which has a protein whey in it, and it's a drink for hydration during summers or any time actually through the year. So so we have a range of stuff which has been launched by the company, and Godrej took over in 2000, and this was one big landmark. We had a participation in this company in 2005 at about 25% stake. And then later in 2016, we took a stake of about 52%. And then from there on, Godrej and the Godrej team started to manage. And the promoters, over time, they moved behind. And they are part of our board of directors. And that's how the company runs today.
Right, sir. So as you described, it comes under the brand name of Jersey. And it has a wide range of products like curd, milk, and flavored milk, sweets. So which have been some of the popular products in this year of 2022, as per the trends that you have seen, or products which are gaining traction and becoming as popular as the existing products?
I would say first of all, value-added products are growing faster. So milk is a well-entrenched category. I mean, you don't need to teach anybody to have milk.
Yes.
So that part is there already, and everybody has milk. So it's a very strongly fought market where everybody sort of keep marking and vying for market share in that space. And then you have all these new categories, and curd is the next big category, very big category. And we all as Indians have curd. in some part of our daily diet. Curd has been, like I said, the big star when you ask for stars of 2022, and curd has been the big star this year, and curd has grown very fast, very high double digit this year. And the change which is happening in the Indian economy or in the mindset of consumers is, previously they used to make curd at home. Some of the people have started, because of both husband wife working, they've started to buy ready-made curd. So I mean, that's the trend which you can see, and which is impacting and sort of helping the growth rate of this category.
Right.
It's one category where I think we also have an edge in terms of quality and acceptance in the market. The other big star for us has been ghee. Ghee is another category which has done very well for us in 2022, growing at the rate of almost 33%. And we were literally out of capacity, as the season came in this year. So we intend to continue build upon this momentum of ghee, and that's one of the reasons why we are in this Indus Foods this whole get together, because our goal is to get into international markets with our brand, and provide this option of Godrej Jersey Ghee to all our consumers who are Indian diaspora out there. Even local people are already shifting to these categories. So that's a very big category. Beyond that, I would say all categories which are in value-added products, whether it is beverages, flavored milk, anything which is the beverage category has been growing again at about 28% this year. So it's been growing pretty fast, and we see, again, we were out of capacity as the summer, the demand sort of overshot, and we see basically all the value-added products going very fast. Milk being the only stable one which grows very slowly. The rest of them all are on a very good growth track.
Right. So with this increase in demand, are you planning to, increase the production capacity or, diversify the product portfolio? Also, will Jersey add frozen food in the coming years?
So I would say, first of all, we are looking at capacity. So ghee capacity, we are doubling. The biggest increase which we are doing is in our flavored milks. We are launched, we just sort of established a new line, which will start in December, which will have about 3x the time of capacity of whatever we had. So at least for next 2-3 years, I don't think we should be worrying about the beverage capacity. And so these are the two areas largely where we were completely out of capacity. Even on curd, as the business went up, there was capacity gaps seen, and we are investing behind that. So we are very committed to making sure that we get a capacity in order for the coming years, and not even in order, get it ready for the next 2-3 years, so that we don't have to worry about on the capacity front. So that's on the capacity. And beyond that, you asked the question. Sorry, the second question was?
Sir, if you'll enter into the frozen food segment in the coming years.
Yeah, currently there is no direct thought on frozen foods as I talk to you today. But now, as we are moving towards exports, and we are going to aggressively move towards exports, where we're going to probably have it manned in a more aggressive fashion also, just to make sure that we can move faster and export. And that's where the Indus and this conference is so important. That we will see, as anything which we can make from milk, we can make at Godrej Jersey. And as we see the opportunity, as we understand how the market is going, we can then make, let's say, frozen paneer. I mean, that's a thought on the table. Not immediately, but at some time down the line, and as we see the opportunity, as we understand the commercials of this market, then we will move in these directions.
Right, sir. Right, sir. So one thing I wanted to know is that Godrej Jersey has a very wide presence, a very popular presence in the southern region. You have, manufacturing plants and chilling centers, mostly based in different southern states, and in Maharashtra. So, what are your plans of expansion in the domestic market, touching other regions in terms of maybe manufacturing or product distribution?
So we have about 10 plants all over the southern part of India, and I would even put eastern Maharashtra. Nagpur also we have a plant. So this is the current structure servicing the whole of South India, and I would say eastern Maharashtra when it comes to short shelf life products. Because you cannot take a short shelf life product far away from the plant. It has to be 100-200 kilometers kind of a distance from the plant. So every plant with this 200 kilometer radius, and these 10 plants are all situated in different parts in southern India. Now, The second point is that there is a long shelf life products of ours, which are ghee, flavored milk. We have even sweets. We have many multiple sort of the range which is there, which comes with a long shelf life, and that we are taking across. We have already moved to Bombay and many years back, and have a decent business of ghee happening there. About a year back, we moved into the north region, and the good news is that for us at least is that a lot of our product, which is the ghee especially from the southern India, seems to work very well, and we sell a very decent quantity today in North India. So first idea is to take the long shelf life products immediately to most parts of India, and we have a decent acceptance because of Godrej name, and Jersey also is known. At least there's a lot of cosmopolitan population now which moves across India. So that's one part of the story. For the short shelf life products, no immediate plans on hand to go into another area and set up another plant as of now. But I would say within a year or two things are going to change, and once we see the scale as it builds up in this area, we would be possibly looking at further expansion to other geographies, but not in the next 1 or 2 years. I mean, first job will be to spread the LSL products, and that's where our exports strategy also comes in.
Right, sir. Right, sir. So if you can tell us a little bit about your presence in the global market, what is the export size of Jersey products, and also, which are some of the untapped markets that you might look into in the coming years?
So currently, I would say we are non-existent. I mean, we have some small quantities of exports, but they are happening in not that coordinated a fashion. We don't have a full organization set up for exports. We had all the elements were not tied up, let me put it this way, and to that extent, we were largely domestic focused. So this is a change in strategy. Over the last, I would say, 1 year, we started to think about it, and we have sort of moved ahead in that thought. And I would say where are we present? I would say a very small quantity probably going to UAE side, and a small quantity going to nearby Maldives, Seychelles, and nearby markets. So very, very small quantity. So I would even not consider that export, but that is the big pitch we are taking with the brand name of Godrej, and with the diaspora, Indian diaspora everywhere. We see a great opportunity if it is done in a very structured and proper fashion.
Right, right. So I wanted to know, stepping aside from Creamline Dairy, I wanted to know your thoughts on the vegan food market, like products like, soy milk or almond milk. They are gaining some traction in India, maybe not in a very big quantity. So, what kind of scope do you see of vegan food, dairy food expanding in India? And is it something that Jersey or Creamline Dairy might explore into?
See, right now we are in the milk supply chain, and I think for many years to come, the size and scale of this milk supply chain is very huge compared to whatever these smaller trends are, and it's also very limited to a very small percentage of a population, which is in a I would say A plus kind of population. So largely, the large structure, we are in the milk supply chain to run the operation like CDPL today. So we have almost 7 lakh liters of milk going through the system today. And this number will go to 10 lakh in the coming years. In a year, less than a year, I would say we'll be looking at 10 lakh going through. Now, if that is the way we are looking at our business, I realize that some trends and sometimes these fads also come along, but they are very limited in scale and size. So I don't see anything really that will be moving on in a very near future. On these areas, and we will continue to support and grow the milk base, and we still have a cheese market which is unexplored, and there are so many other markets which are unexplored before we look at something as niche as this.
Right, sir. Last but not the least, Creamline Dairy is participating for the first time at the 6th edition of IndusFood event. So what are your expectations from the event?
For us, I mean, it's a great opportunity. Like you said, it's the first time for us. So, I mean, and thank you so much for setting up a platform of this size and scale. And, I know it's very, very popular and quite effective also. That's what I've heard from all the other people we've talked to here. And, before we also entered into this space, we could have come in earlier, but we're coming in later. And we will surely be, taking full advantage of all the people that will come there, different buyers and sellers which will be there. For us, the opportunity that we see is that our the prime product which we have, that is Godrej Jersey Ghee, which we know has great popularity. Whichever place we have launched it and sent it, it seems to have a great acceptance. So our idea is now to use this platform and build new partnerships to grow this particular brand. Other than that, we have flavored milk, and even if you ask me, we have an ice cream. We are in frozen in that sense, and then look at various other opportunities which is linked to milk, where we can think of exports. So I think that's the area we're looking at, and that's what we are hoping to sort of close out on a lot of. And the good thing about your platform is that you have people who come in who are decision makers, a lot of them. So you don't. It's not just a discussion, and many things do end up in some end results. So I think that's what we look forward to.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today and sharing your thoughts. We are very excited to have you on board with us, and we'll see you at the IndusFood event.
Great. Thank you so much. Yeah.
To know more about Creamline Dairy, check out their website, creamlinedairy.com. And to know more about IndusFood event, go to our website, indusfood.co.in. Thank you so much, sir.